Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now today we were not able to release our video at 6:30 as always because of unavoidable circumstances. Maybe soon I will need to be full-time YouTuber. I will think about that in the near future. But then we are here, and yesterday we had a heated debate on the floor of the National Assembly, where then Kakamega Senator Bony Khalwale went to an extent of threatening to fight Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna on the floor of the House. Khalwale did not even stop from there. He even went further to refer to the Nairobi Senator as a small boy. But now, if you check on the big mistake that Sifuna had done, it is funny. Sifuna was faulting the pro-government senators for rejecting a clause in the Division of Revenue Act to increase funds from 385 billion to 407 billion for the year 2023-2024. That is county revenue fund. But majority of these senators in the Kenya Kwanza did not support that increase. Today, they're crying foul that they need to fund their offices so that now they can supervise the work in the county. And again, they are calling for more revenue to the county government. So Edwin Sifuna was reminding them what they did when they wanted to do the right thing. You'll find even in that discussion, the pro-government senators were keeping on frustrating Edwin Sifuna, heckling, making noise just to stop him from exposing really what they did some time back before they come out and start to pretend like they are supporting devolution. Because you can't be a senator and then you frustrate a move to increase money to county government and you believe to be in a defense of devolution. That means then you are against devolution because now you are advocating for more money to be at the executive level. So look at that. And this is the drama that we were subjected to at the Senate. I wanted to listen to Bony Khalwale kind of language and approach to Edwin Sifuna.
Mr. Speaker, is the Senator for Nairobi in order to mislead the country that by us agreeing with the National Assembly, we were failing in our responsibility, and yet we were meeting the constitutional threshold that expects that for DORA to become law, it should need the concurrence of the two houses, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, in conclusion on this point of order, I'm tired and sick of new senators in this House giving the impression that we don't know what we are doing, we are not up to the task. We have worked, Mr. Speaker, and we want our constituents to appreciate as much. A senator who declines to retract the use of unparliamentary language or declines to offer apologies despite having been ordered to do so by the Speaker is engaged in disorderly conduct. Mr. Speaker, I cannot be voted for by 300,000 people in Kakamega, and Mr. Speaker, I come here and be made a figure of the kind of picture that the Honorable Senator for Nairobi is painting. We need to call him on order unless, Mr. Speaker, you want to allow this House to degenerate into a fistfight. If you allow me as a bullfighter, I'll fix him here and now, and it will be sorted out. Mr. Speaker, sir.
Senator Bony, that Senator Mogeni, have your seat. Senator Sifuna, have your seat. Sit down, Senator Sifuna. Senator Bony, that is unparliamentary. You have to withdraw it. Senator Sifuna, when I brought up the issue of how to address his colleagues, he proceeded to withdraw that. He did withdraw, unless you're not killed. Senator Bony, you were doing very well until you brought out your character of bullfighting.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker,
Senator
sir.
Bony, you cannot threaten to fix honorable senators on the floor of this House. Kindly proceed to withdraw that.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to confirm, as I withdraw and apologize to the House, that this is not the place to fix him, and I would never fix him in this House. But if he gives me an opportunity, Mr. Speaker, outside
leave
this
it
House,
there, Senator
we cannot
Bony.
allow.
Just leave it there.
Mr. Speaker, we cannot allow
Senator
small
Bony.
voice.
Senator Bony, have your seat. Now,
as we continue with this discussion, just a quick request for those who are watching and you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much, and again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, the biggest problem, as I said in the beginning, it was Edwin Sifuna reminding the senators about the bill. But again, the mistake he did was to refer to senators as these people, of which he regretted and he withdrew that statement. But then now you listen to someone who is complaining about Edwin Sifuna lacking respect for the Senate. But he goes further to refer to Edwin Sifuna as small boy, a whole Senate. So between referring to senators as these people and referring to a senator as a small boy, who is wrong? Who is much wrong? So Khalwale cannot refer to Sifuna as a small boy and at the same point expect Sifuna to respect him. It can't work that way. The truth is that Khalwale has never been at peace, that Sifuna has always been ahead of him in everything. Khalwale might be old, but not smart to match Sifuna eloquence, wisdom, and confidence. That one you cannot take away from Edwin Sifuna, I can tell you. You can see now on the floor of the House, the only thing Khalwale can resort to is abuse and just try to demean Edwin Sifuna, but not argue on the context of the discussion. That means Edwin Sifuna has defeated him. The confidence in Edwin Sifuna and the kind of wisdom you bring out to argue on matters touching on people and the county, it is something you cannot match with Khalwale at all. And this has been even extended to when they have debate on TV station, especially when you watch Season TV, I think, is it Wednesday somewhere there? Wednesday morning? I think so. You would see them in a debate. And the kind of argument that normally comes from Edwin Sifuna, when he does reference, and then he kept on exposing the ignorance in these people. And he has always hit on William Ruto's government with fact. That's the truth. So it's like Khalwale is afraid of having a young man like Edwin Sifuna who can challenge him in public, and he end up looking like he's clueless and he remain to look awkward. Like, for example, in this situation, then how do you look at the behavior of Khalwale? You can easily see a man who is behaving in an awkward manner, but he is demanding respect from Sifuna, at the same point demeaning him. What we are seeing from Kenya Kwanza is that these people, when you defeat them in argument with fact, the only thing they can resort to is to engage in heckling. That means you have defeated them. And that's why you can see when Sifuna was talking, they keep on heckling him because they don't then want him to prosecute his case. They know Kenyans are always listening to the proceeding, especially in the Senate. National Assembly sometimes it's chaotic and noisy, but your Senate equal with some level of respect. So when they see such a person who can defeat them in argument, they resort to heckling to stop him. And that is a sign of weakness. It has come out clear. The second option they are using is a tool of violence. You can see most of Kenya Kwanza side, when you defeat them in argument, they resort to violence. And Bony Khalwale was calling for violence in the Senate. In the presence of the Speaker of the Senate, he was calling for violence. And you can see Kingi decided to stand with the right side. In as much they are trying to bring Edwin Sifuna down, he still, if you listen to that clip up the end, it's about 9 minutes clip, you would see him continuously defending Edwin Sifuna. This time round, Kingi was standing for the truth. He told Khalwale openly, even Cherargei tried to come out, but he stopped him. And he allowed Sifuna to prosecute his case, because in that matter, Sifuna was right. So, when you defeat Kenya Kwanza, the only thing they will resort to is fight. And Khalwale has been doing this one perfect. Remember during campaign, at one point, we saw Khalwale organizing goons in Kakamega to fight the youth who are coming out to expose on how he is using the money for campaign. Khalwale organized goons to beat youth. So when he say the bullfighter in him is going to come out and is going to deal with Edwin Sifuna, he even promised to deal with him outside the house. Imagine Khalwale is the majority whip in the National Assembly. Anatembea na bendera ya serikali. Yeye ni kiongozi. So, what kind of leadership is Khalwale showing to Sifuna? Remember, Khalwale ni Muluya. Sifuna ni Muluya wetu hapa pia. So, having a senior person like Khalwale trying to demean a Luya youth who he needs to support, whether they are in one side or not. He needs his support. But Khalwale cannot offer that support. So, where is the seniority in Khalwale? What the bullman is doing is just trying to pull the seniority card against Sifuna, which is not making sense even at the end of the day. It's not making sense. For you to look senior, try to help the upcoming. And if you are defeated, just join them. As simple as that. Because once you are arguing with someone and he resorts to physical fight, it means you have defeated that person. So this is a behavior that has been in Kenya Kwanza. Remember Savannah Sosoro? He wanted to fight, then now he's the governor, Simbarati. Simbarati akamweka chini. Tabia ya hao watu. Ukienda paka huko Bungoma na wapi, hiyo ni mambo inakwanga tu kwao. So imagine they are transferring what they have been doing in public rallies to now in the Senate, a house that need respect. So the point is, what are you showing to our children? What are you showing to the youth? Watu kama sisi unatuonyesha nini? Once you resort to a fight, insult, on the floor of the house, what are you telling the young people? This Kenya Kwanza is lost. And they don't like to be told the truth. That's why they are doing so. I don't know your views, but let us meet in the comment section for continuation of this conversation. Thank you, and see you in our next video.